Good morning, my crafty friends. Now, you're probably wondering why I'm saying good morning. This is a pre-record. So as you all know, I've had a really hectic week this week and last. I've got a very poorly boy with teeth issues, which are all getting sorted this week. He's having to have a few teeth removed and things like that. So rather than cancel the studios, I went ahead and I've done lots of pre-records so you don't actually miss out. So I hope that's okay. So you can talk amongst yourselves when the show is actually live. It's just unfortunate that I won't be able to answer any of those questions. So it's still the same show. I'm still here, still smiling, still happy. The sun is shining today. So let's just have a great show and stay tuned because I've got a lovely, lovely demo to show you. So for those of you who don't know who I am and maybe just caught the show by chance, my name is Toni and this is the How to Craft Network. And it's a lovely place to come and chat with your friends who like similar products, do similar things as yourself. But it's also a channel where we try and inspire you in some way or another. We don't try and make out like we know everything. We don't. It's a channel that's forever learning and outpours into you lovely crafters at home. So hopefully you will be able to pick up something from our lovely shows. So don't forget to click the subscribe button, that gives you the notice, and there is that bell which gives you that half-an-hour notice. Now I'm dying not to look at the screen. I know you're all talking in real time and I can't see you all, but regardless, I hope you enjoy the show. So in today's show I'm going to use some fabulous pretty penny and we're going to use some lovely embossing folders. Now don't worry if you don't have the products, that's absolutely fine. Have a look what you've got in your stash. You might be able to create something similar from another brand or from the goodies that you have in your stash. Don't forget you can share your products and your amazing finish makes on our Eureka fan page, Stamps by Me. There's lots of brands on there. So go and check that out. So shall we just have some fun? I hope you are all well. I am missing you all, but as you all know, I've got to sort out the boy. We cannot continue with severe pain with a young boy. So let's show you what I'm going to do first of all. So I thought this was one of my favourites, as you all know from my Facebook Live. I'm going to use a lovely violet rose stamp and it's got this just beautiful aperture on here. Now Kellyanne, who demonstrated this one on TV, showed it beautifully. So I'm going to just do a twist on what she did really and just show you on the back we have the fabulous coordinating dies as well, which have got that hole in the middle. There we go. So I'm going to use this one today and I'm also going to use one of my fabulous embossing folders as well, one of our earlier designs. You might have this one in your stash. So this is the one that we're going to use also today. So should we just have some fun? So I'm going to, first of all, I need 2 of these images here. So if you did get this one, you can sort of craft along if you want to, but have a look in your stash because Mia Stamps by Me have also done similar designs to this with the wreaths and things like that. So I'm just going to pop this into my Eureka here. Now I'm going to do it twice. So I need 2. So I'm just going to pop it down here like this. Like so. And I'm going to do 2. I'm going to do it in gold today. I haven't used my heat embossing for such a long time. So let's just get our sticky ink. So I'm just going to use my anti-static bag and sort of get rid of any moisture on that card there. And I'm just going to use my sticky ink and I'm just going to ink up that stamp. This would look beautiful on vellum, and I did have an idea for vellum, but can I find my vellum? Absolutely not. Always the same, hey? So let's stamp this one out. Give it a good old push down there. And hopefully we'll get that lovely design on there, which looks absolutely fabulous. Let's get some embossing powder on there. So I'll just grab a sheet of card here. And let's do a gold today, hey? Gold from Thirsty Brush. I'll just pour it on, tip off that excess, and you get the most gorgeous, look at that, gorgeous that. So I do need 2. I'm just going to go ahead and stamp the second one before I set that one. Just missed a little area there. There we go. And then let's just do our second one here. So I'm just going to twist the card round, hold it in place. I'm going to anti-static bag again. It's probably all fallen off now. And then let's just see if the stamp's still in the right place. No, I need to move it over slightly. Let's just see. Perfect. So let's ink up that stamp. Get all of that detail, lots of light taps on that stamp. And then we'll stamp this one out. And I've got a lovely print again. Let's just pop some more embossing powder on this one. And then we have our two beautiful designs. So let's just get rid of this excess embossing powder. So what have we all been up to? We all been crafting. Turned quite cold, hasn't it? Has anybody else had to put the heating on? Crikey. You wouldn't believe we're in June, would you? I'll just pop that stamp back on there like so, and let's heat set this lovely design. So just get my gun hot. So always get your gun hot. Less time on your card means less waves in your card. Did you all enjoy the painting class on Saturday? We'll be doing lots more of them, I think. So my gun's nice and hot now, so I'm just going to pop it onto my design, and then we'll get that heat emboss to change, hopefully. There we go. It looks even more gorgeous in heat emboss, it really does. So that's that one nicely done. And move on to this one. So as the powder changes, just chase that powder. I will hold it up to the camera, you'll be able to see it in its true glory as soon as I've got it all set. There we go, I'm happy with that one. Let's just show you how gorgeous it looks. Oh, I know one's upside down, but yeah. How beautiful, absolutely beautiful, beautiful design. Right, so let's just move on to the next stage. Now I'm trying to think in my head where this is going. You know, we have those fabulous plans that don't quite work. So I'm going to take my die cutting plates, and because that stamp comes with a beautiful die on the back, you can see. So I have a lovely sort of matten layer if I want to build it up and create dimension, or I can leave it just as the one piece. So I'm going to take this one, because I don't want the matten layer on my design. Just get rid of that stamp. I'm going to take this one, and I'm going to take this one so I can take the centre out. So I only need it on one because I got some scissors. Do we have any scissors? Just one second. Let me just check for scissors. I normally do have scissors. I think I used them in studio. Oh, I gave them to Helen. Thank you. Here we go. So this is what I'm going to do with this one. So this one's done a better job. So with this one here, I'm just going to cut away this part here. You see that there? So I'm just going to, mind you, I could actually do it with the die. Yeah, let's do it with the die because we've got the die, haven't we? No, I don't need to do that. So let's just do this one first. So let's just get some tape or something. Pop it, turn my artwork around 1 second. There we go. So all you need to do is line it up. Can we see here? 1 second, sorry. Like so. And you get that beautiful 1mm border all the way around there. Let me just grab some tape, see if I can grab some tape, because I'm not the most confident when it comes to this sort of die cutting, just simply because if it moves, I will actually see it. There we go. So I've got some tape here. I am going to take that design down. I'm not going to risk it. I'll pop that round there. So, sorry for the headshot, but as soon as you're happy, you've got that lovely border around there, tape it into place. I'm going to go here. Hopefully that'll stay put. And then our centre one as well, we'll pop that inside. This is going to give us that lovely aperture, which is brilliant for shaker cards if you're a fan. And then we'll just hold that in place like so. And then what I'll do is I'll die cut that one as well, because this die here around here is going to cut nicely around that other flower, which is going to save me from fussy cutting. I'm going to have to fussy cut a little bit of it. So we'll do that. So let's just run this one through. Such a pretty design, and it's got flowers, so you know it's always a winner for me. So let's show you. I mean, look how gorgeous that is. Oh, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. So let's just take this one off here. I'm just going to do the same on the other one, so I don't have to mess around fussy cutting. I'll have to do a little bit, but not as much if I don't use the die. So just take this off here. Okay, so I'll pop this one inside here like so. Did anyone get this one? Has anybody bought this one already? It's a beauty. And just put the outline there around. And then all I've got to do, you see, is snip this bit, and then the die's done the rest of the work for me. I was going to do it with my scissors, but it wouldn't make sense to just do that, would it? So here we go. Oopsie daisy. Here we go. Pop back in the centre there. We'll just run this one through very quickly. So let's do this one. So what I was referring to before, look, when you take it out the die, look, we have that, just that beautiful image. I've got two now, look, how gorgeous are they? But I only want this part of this design. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my scissors and take away the hoop. So I've got that one. And that one, so I've got this lovely design at the base. Can we see that there? So they're the two elements that I needed. So let's move on to the next stage. Get this off here. And this one. So what I want to do now is I want to use one of our lovely embossing folders, because this is going to be a really clean card. So let's just grab a piece of white cardstock here. So first of all, what I am going to do is I'd like to pop an aperture in the centre of here for the hole. I'm just going to pop my card, which this way, onto here, and I'm just going to get the design that I want, which is going to go in the centre like so, and then I'm going to grab the die, the next die in on my plate, which is this one. I'm just going to roughly, it doesn't have to be perfect, but I'm just going to roughly try and get a hole in there like so. Can we see that there? So does that look about right? Yeah, let's go with that one. I'm just going to get some tape, take this off and hold this one down. So I'm just going to run this one through. So this is going to create that hole in the window, but it's going to give us the white bit inside because that die is smaller than this hole. So it's going to give us sort of like a grounding to put this on top of, which is really nice. I'll just tidy this up a little bit. Right, there we go. So let's move on to the next part of our card. Take that off carefully. I don't want it to tear my card if I can. Careful, careful. There we go. There we go. So now what I want to do is, rather than have a white background so it's plain and boring, I'm going to use my embossing folder. So I'm just going to make sure it puts it in the right way so it pushes the design up, if that makes sense. So I'm going to pop this inside my embossing folder. So I have an embossing folder background with a hole. Now you're probably thinking, well, why didn't you put the hole in after you used your embossing folder? If I'd have done that, when I put the dye on it and run it through, the machine would have flattened my embossing. So it's better to do the hole first, then your embossing, then you get your true embossing come through. So let's just get rid of all of this, I think. Can't remember my plates now. Just need to get rid of a plate, I believe. We will see. So let's just run this one through. It's done it. Hopefully, if it's not deep enough, I might have to shim it, but we'll see. So just let me show you. I'll just hold. You see that emboss on there? Absolutely beautiful. I'll just take that out of my machine, out of my emboss folder, sorry. We're literally good to go. So let's get something on our card, shall we? So this is going to be quite a clean card. Okay, so first of all, we need to add some pretty colour to our lilies on here. Now, what colour should I do? So I have my pink sparkle and I have my clear sparkle. I thought we'd use some sparkle pens today, hopefully. As you can see, I have a whole plethora of sparkle pens and things I love to play with. So what I'm going to do is, this pink is really, really vibrant. Most of you've probably got this. So I'm going to pop some onto my mat here. Not a lot, just a tiny little bit. And I'm going to pick it up with my clear and just do a little bit of painting on here. Now, I'm just going to tidy this up a little bit further because I've got a lot of white going on. I need to tidy it up. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drop a pop of pink into this lily and it'll just pop on my page. So I'm just going to take my clear sparkle here. And I'm just going to get some of that to come through too. So we've got clear here and I'm just going to pick up a touch of that pink. I'm just going to pop it into the centre here. A little bit darker. Into the centre of those lilies. Like so, and then I'll clean my brush and I'll just drag it out with my sparkle clear. So I've got a sort of pop of pink in the centre and then I'll drag it out with clear. So this is going to be the only colour on my page. Hopefully got some of that darker pink into, and it'll just drag it out with that floating clear sparkle. I'll let that just work its magic and settle. In fact, I will blast it off with my gun, speed it up. And we'll just tidy our station. Then let's get the card. So today's square card, check me out, hey, square card, what's all that about? I am feeling okay, I promise. So let's get this onto our card. So this is going to be raised. So this is a really, really classic, clean, white card. which I know a lot of you do like to do. So my other studio last week was like so arty, sprayed with water, very abstracty, and then today I'm clean and classic. So it's all down to the weather. That's all I can blame it on. So what I've got to tell you about. So studios moving forwards, I'm not sure exactly when, are all going to be at 1 o'clock. And the reason for that is homeschooling is the priority, obviously. But because there's going to be so much going on in the How to Craft network, I feel if we put everything at 1 o'clock, you're going to know exactly where you are. So if you are wanting to watch, you know that every day at 1 o'clock, there's not going to be something happening here in the How to Craft network, whether it be me, somebody else's pretty face, or the How to Craft network launch on a Friday. So I'll keep you posted on that one though. It's going to happen pretty soon, maybe a week, 2 or something like that. But I will keep you all posted, so it'll be 1 o'clock. But as it stands at the moment, it's still going to be 3 o'clock. So we can see that there, we've got that hole in there. Could make a pretty shaker, as I've said there. But look what happens here now. We see that there, you get that beauty. Because you've got that smaller die in the centre, it just elevates that design beautifully. So let's just get some pads on here. Let's make it a little bit smaller. Just pop a few little ones around the sort of circular aperture. Like so. And pop this one on here. Make sure all your pads are hidden so it will still look pretty. And just pop this one around. See that there? And then the beautiful one that we've just coloured. Pop a pad behind as well. So you could leave it like that, it looks beautiful. But when you sort of add your pop of colour to the base, it looks quite pretty. Just pop this on here. Give it a little bit of shape. Line it up so you've got that sort of design on there. And then I'm just going to grab my all-time favourites, as you all know. My lovely, lovely sentiments, my favourites. And I think maybe we should go for the sort of craft coloured ones today because we have gold on there. So shall we have a look, see what they look like? If they don't, we might have to try another colour. Oh, look at that. So sorry, looks lovely. And I know you don't like so sorry, but hello, friend. I might just pop it on the side. Oh, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. Pop it on that. See that there? Oh. So all that's left to do now is add some sparkle. So just grab a couple of sequins here. And a little bit of glue, maybe. Just 1 second. I have so much stuff on my trolley. Just use this sparkle here. I'm just going to pop some glue in some places, just random, not all over. And then I'm just going to pick up some of those pretty sequins and add them for a touch of sparkle in and around the design. I don't want your eye to be taken away from the pretty stamp nor the pretty embossing folder at the back. So the sort of a muted colour, these sequins. And get that lovely sparkle when they catch the light. And there's some smaller ones in there as well, so we can pop some small ones on there too. And you could even, which I am, on the wreath, they have some like ball sort of design on there. So on those balls, I am going to pop a pretty sequin. And again, they look completely different. Sat on top of gold. They sparkle just a little bit differently. Let's put that on there. My card didn't have sparkle, but now it's absolutely covered. And I'm going to leave it at that. And let's just hold it up and show you. Oh my gosh, I've done it the wrong way, but it's okay. I will change it and put it on properly. There we go. Do we like that one? Then step out of the way so we can get a picture. I absolutely love, love, love this design. It is so pretty. And when that glue dries behind, you'll not see those sequins quite so sparkly. So they're very, very subtle. Let me just, can I just give it a twist so you can see the embossing on there as well? Look at that. Is that not just simply pretty card? I am pleased with that one. I'm going to have to cut that back off and mount it onto another. But hey, it's nothing I haven't done 1,000 times before. So that's it for today. I hope you've enjoyed the studio. I'm sorry I am actually not live, but I still wanted you to be able to get some inspiration and get your mojo back and have a good old play with some good old products. So whatever you're doing, have a lovely afternoon, stroke evening. I would like to tell you Helen is on today, but you probably will not know until after she's been on because it's a pre-record. But whatever you're doing, have a lovely afternoon and I will catch you all later. Take care, everyone. Bye.